Straight to the first one. Hello everyone, thanks Bex and the Innov8 group for giving us this opportunity. Tim Brown, the President and CEO of IDEO, describes design thinking as a human-centred approach to innovation that draws from the designer's toolkit to integrate the needs of people, the possibilities of technology and the requirements for business success. Tonight I'd like to introduce you to the concept of design thinking process as devised by the D School at Stanford University. This is their process. It is interactive and iterative with 5 steps: empathise, define, ideate, prototype and test, and I'll go through each of those tonight to explain that for you. This is a process that's best undertaken in groups. In the real world, a person with a problem would go straight to the solution. Design thinking proposes utilising their process, working through each step to arrive at the best possible solution, not to mention a range of solutions that are available. The first step is empathise. This is about seeing the world from someone else's shoes. If you want to design something that will be used by people, then it has to fill a need and fit into their lives in a meaningful way. So you need to understand their lives, their behaviour and their beliefs. Tricky this time. Why empathise? It helps to uncover the user needs, discover design opportunities, challenge any assumptions, reframe the problem, provide inspiration and gain a fresh perspective. So how is this done? Simply get out amongst it all. Experience what the user experiences, do what the user does, and focus your attention on the details of how does it feel. This is the empathy symbol. Immerse yourself in experiences, observe environments and engage with users. Developing a beginner's mindset is really important, and this involves suspending any judgment, questioning everything you see, being truly curious, optimistic and positive, discover and identify patterns, and simply being a great listener. The next stage is the define stage, and this is about focusing on and framing the problem by synthesising the information you've gathered, deciding what's important and put the rest aside but don't dispose of, and sometimes even reframing your problem. So what's involved in the defining part of the process? It's about creating artefacts such as this, which is a photo document with post-it notes, or journey maps, or empathy maps. And these help to make new connections between the pieces of information and experiences that you've uncovered, may surface details that seemed irrelevant at first, and create a shared understanding. They also create user descriptions, which makes the person unique. What are their identified needs? Capturing the insights from the information you've gleaned, finding their point of view, which means defining the goals, motivations and emotions of the people you are designing for. Characterised by verbs, not nouns, opportunities, not solutions. The third step, ideate, is about generating as many ideas as possible within the design group. It's an anything goes, no holds barred approach, and best solutions sometimes come from those most outlandish and craziest ideas. Methods used in this step can include mind mapping and brainstorming. Brainstorming is a semi-structured, team-based approach to rapid idea generation. You all know that. Why use this method? It generates maximum innovation potential in a short amount of time, looking for quantity of ideas, incorporating different perspectives and encouraging those wild ideas and building excitement. The end goal of the ideate stage is to identify one best idea to address the problem and then to develop it further. Sometimes it's best to go for those low-hanging fruit, those with the least amount of effort for the greatest potential, and to choose an idea that really excites. It may stretch your resources to the max, but at the same time it could just be your breakthrough. Fourth stage is prototyping, taking that one idea and making an object or an experience. The reasons for prototyping are to gain a deeper understanding of your idea through making your ideas physical. You might say you're looking to build to think. better communicate your idea to others, and also helps to further refine your idea. And this is an example of a prototype on the right-hand side. And this is the final product here. The group met with a group of surgeons who wanted to redefine their instrument. The prototype is really a whiteboard marker, film canister and a clothes peg. But the end product saves lives. So it's about rough and rapid build. Testing is the last stage, and it's closely aligned to the previous stage of prototyping, but you bring your idea to the users, to the ones that you worked with in the first stage, and it's important to just listen and watch. The advantage of these two steps is it also enables you to make mistakes and perhaps learn and save money and time. This four-way chart is an example of evaluating solutions, identifying what worked, what didn't, any new questions that have arisen, and also any new ideas. And that's the end of the design thinking process, but of course you always go back to the beginning where you started and focusing on developing your idea further refining it, or simply beginning to explore another issue that's come up along the way. So I've very briefly introduced you to the design thinking process as devised by the folks at the D School at Stanford University. The materials are open source, so naturally they need to be credited for their knowledge and expertise. The website reference is there, and there's plenty of reading and ideas to be gleaned from that. So thanks very much for listening.
Any questions for Nicki?